Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast specializing in nothing. I am your co-host Omar Reyes, and this is Carlos Perez. That guy right there.
Hello.
You went to get a haircut today?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Thank you, man.
Nice and
You went to get an earring today?
No, that was a couple days ago.
Okay.
You can't see it because of the headphones.
Yeah, the headphones don't show what's in your ear, but
he doesn't like it.
don't. It looks like I said. You look like the Spanish George Michaels or something. It's not cool. But anyway, it's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about Omar's weird decisions. We're here to talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're gonna do a whole little episode 1 to episode 3, little breakdown analysis. It's a fancy way to say it.
Is it?
Analysis. Yeah.
You sure it's just not wrong?
No, analysis comes from the Greek word analysizer, which means to observe and look at things intently. Like I said,
I'll believe you.
I did Greek studies, whatever, not a big deal. I don't like to brag about it. But, analysis, recap, all of that stuff, if you will. And yeah, that's what we're here to do, man.
All right. So, like you said, let's start with episode 1. I have some notes over here, and I only have one note for episode 1. I mean, we're going to go over it, but, it was a very slow start to the series.
Trash. I don't care about. I think that didn't air that one because we were gonna do this one, so I didn't air the other one.
Yeah.
But I didn't care about the boat and the acting of the sister. It was horrible and it was driving me crazy. Bad. But what about the boat, Sam? It was really bad.
Kids, no video games.
It was really, really bad. That shit was killing me on the inside.
The bank don't like us.
Exactly. I mean, but it showed some type of racial discriminations and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
And that's something that's
and the blip stuff.
The blip stuff, and that's kind of first off, it's important to kind of see how the universe, how Earth in particular is dealing with the blip.
Yeah.
I'm sure other series like The Eternal is probably going to look at it in a kind of like cosmic a more cosmic level, because half the universe disappeared. So that's a lot of repercussions have to come from that. 5 years is a long time, but a lot can happen in those 5 years, and we're kind of seeing that with this series on Earth, kind of people trying to readjust and things like that. And you had something to say?
Yeah, something on my phone. That's funny. I was gonna show you. Damn it.
Do you know what they're called? The
Flag Smashers?
No, not the Flag Smashers, but the
GRC. The Global Restoration Committee.
Something like that. Community.
Possibly.
Great show.
I know it's GRC because I remember seeing the thingy. It is a great show.
So,
one of the best shows ever made.
I just feel like the episode 1 did a great job of kind of showing that process, but also something that we see in later episodes as well, kind of like social problems, especially when it comes to the African American community. Where they're going to the bank and they're not getting approved for anything.
Yeah.
And it shows kind of that disparity. Also, it shows that the Avengers aren't paid as well as you'd think. And also kind of the annoyance of being an Avenger, kind of like trying to do regular things. Everybody trying to take a picture with you, not really taking you serious, things like that. So I kind of like that aspect of it. Everything else was kind of just like, all right. It was a very slow introduction. I liked everything they did with Bucky in general. Kind of showing that, one, he's in therapy, which is something I think he kind of needs.
Probably.
He probably needs a little bit of that. It shows, that he's still dealing with kind of the repercussions, not necessarily on a global level in the terms of the law, but just personal, the demons inside of him just eating him alive because of what he's done, even though he wasn't really in control. But he still feels responsible for a lot of these things. So I feel like...
had he not fell off the train, none of this would have happened.
Exactly. All you had to do was hold on.
That's all you had
just
to do.
a little longer.
And
Steve Rogers was right there.
But
he would have been fine. A lot of people wouldn't have been killed.
It's whatever. So it is his fault if you really boil down to it.
Yeah.
100% Bucky's fault for falling.
That's probably what's eating him alive.
That's what I'm saying. If all he had to do was not fall.
He has the grip now. He could probably hold on for a couple days.
Especially with the other arm.
Yeah.
The metal one, he can hold on forever.
But it's he did it.
I think it's battery powered. How do you think it works?
I don't know. It is Wakandan tech now. Like at first it wasn't.
Yeah. So now it probably has a self-sustaining charger. Because vibranium is apparently can do anything and everything.
It could do everything.
Erectile dysfunction, vibranium.
Vibranium. Imagine a vibranium penis, bro.
I don't want to, but if that's where your mind wants to go, that is 100%.
And no, like I'm saying, like
that. Back to Falcon Winter Soldier. I agree with you. Very slow pace was the first episode. All of that stuff. I didn't like the boat stuff. And it feels like we're into episode 3. Not to fast forward a little bit. We're in episode 3, and the boat stuff hasn't even began to be prevalent at all.
I mean, there was like one instance where his sister calls him.
Yeah,
in a very
other than that, it was
particular moment that was like not the right time.
It's like an F story you put in here that has no bearings on the actual story. But whatever, that was stupid. The therapy stuff with Bucky was cool and entertaining.
Yeah, and you know the fact that it showed that flashback of him, killing this just innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with it, but he just happened to be there when he saw.
And now he's best friends with his dad, and all that stuff shows that cool little dynamic and stuff. So that stuff was cool. Like
and it shows that he's trying, because he's trying to like let him know, like, hey, you don't know what happened to your son, and that's been eating you alive. I know what happened to your son, and I want to tell you, but it's just he just can't get to that point. Now the thing is, at the end of the series, is he gonna get to that point?
He's an old man, bro. Just tell him. He ain't got no money. He's gonna be mad at you for the remaining year of his life. Come on now, Bucky.
But at the same time, it would give him that closure. He looks like a wise old.
Oh, because he's Asian? That's so racist. Oh, Asian people are wise and mysterious.
Yeah, sure. Smart people.
Wow. Pretty sure he's really good at math too. You're so fucking. Anyway.
I never said that.
So racist. But you implied it.
I didn't.
You implied it.
I said nothing about
numbers.
Anyways,
continue.
So I think that at the end of the show, he's probably gonna end up telling him like, "Hey, this is what happened."
Yeah.
And the old man's gonna be like, "Well,
that's cool.
At least I know what happened to my son."
But a dick move, bro. First of all, a dick move.
Mm-hmm.
But
also, what happened with his date? Like, is he gonna go on a second date?
That was another thing. Like, all this unnecessary stuff you put in this first episode. Yeah. I get it's like character building and world building or whatever, but it's just like, this is useless.
It gave a little bit of like fun banter when she's like, "How old are you?" 103. Oh, that was cool. Or was it 106? It was 100 and something.
100 years old. Yeah. And then it was... And then, why do you have your... What's with the gloves? Oh, because I have blood pressure, whatever the fuck you said. Yeah. It's stupid.
He is the Winter Soldier.
I didn't like it. But, slow pace. On to episode 2.
Yeah, that's enough of episode 1.
Things got a little better.
2 did get better.
Got a little better.
I have some notes.
With our favorite superhero to hate. The new Captain America.
Okay, yeah. That's another thing that happened in episode 1. The Crimson Chin. The Crimson Chin. He really does look like Doug from Up. If he just like...
Doug from Up?
No, not Doug.
Dog?
Not Doug. What's the guy's name? The old man?
I don't know the old man's name.
But he looks like him if you put a Captain America.
I should know that. I've seen that movie a million times because of my son.
There's Carl. Carl is the kid, right?
Possibly. I just know Doug is the dog. That's all.
Doug is the only name
because it's spelled D-U-G. That's all I know. But let's go through your notes.
So, one more thing about episode 1, though. It did show this guy.
The U.S. agent, a.k.a. New Captain America.
Well, yeah, it did show him. Fuck him, first off. But, like, also, like, fuck the U.S. government for, like, just... doing that with the shield after like Sam gave it for a specific purpose of like preserving it and things like that. But of course they had a different agenda. But that's neither.
They want to give the world a symbol.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They gave the world another symbol, a new symbol. Just like Batman, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's underneath the mask. It's what they do that defines them.
Bruce?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. They're going off that. Bro.
No, but what I wanted to say, War Machine. Rhodes. It showed him, and obviously he's going to be starring in Armor Wars, which is coming out later on.
Armor World sounds way better.
It does sound pretty cool. But episode 2, it shows the new Captain America. What's his name? Johnny Walker. And
delicious alcohol.
Yeah. It's great. Whiskey's the best.
It is.
It is. So, first off, this is how you know it's in an alternate, like, that this world is not real. It's not the superpowers. It's not the magicians, whatever they're called. It's not any of that. It's the fact that they gave the world a new Captain America and everybody was like, yay, instead of being like, no, I don't want you. I want the old Cap. Everybody in this world that we live in right now would be like, nah, I don't want that. But
that's okay. That's also because everybody in this world has a personal connection to Chris Evans. We've seen him for years.
Yeah, but it's
everybody in that world just sees, for the most part, a shield and a mask.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like, there's a little bit of a difference. Like, like, people just rage in this world. The cancel culture is a thing in this world. So,
I mean, also you got to remember, everybody just got disappeared off the face of the earth for 5 years and came back.
Yeah,
so I mean, cut them some slack. Maybe they're not as angry as this world. They're rejoiced to be alive again.
The Flag Smashers exist because they're angry with this world, with that world.
I would say, but a majority of these people are happy because they were dead and now they're back.
They didn't know they were dead.
But their friends and family are happy to have them back because they were dead and now they're gone. Granted, there are people who aren't happy. Yeah, that exists in everywhere.
Also,
there's people that hate the world right now.
If you were like blipped while you were in a plane, do you just return to that specific?
They never covered that.
In the air, and like, do you just fall to your death?
They never covered that at all. I assume, this is what I assume, right?
That you kind of like show up in that place, but like at ground level.
Now, what I assume is because in Endgame, when he snapped, he said, "Bring everybody back home safely." Maybe he said when he was snapping, bring everybody back home safe.
Okay,
and that
but
was
the people who showed up
back home safely.
In the high school in
the hospital.
No, not only in the hospital, but in the high school in Spider-Man, Far From Home. Some of them got hit by basketballs and things like that. That was not that safe.
Would you rather be safe or dead?
I'm just saying.
It was safe. They weren't dead.
I'm just saying.
So bring everybody back home.
Concussion right there.
What was that? It's a fucking basketball.
You could get a concussion.
Then you deserve to. You shouldn't have got blipped back. If you get a concussed off a basketball to the head, you're soft.
So, one thing I like about episode 2, really, really like, is that they kind of finally made the Winter Soldier like strong again, like super soldiered again.
Not really.
They did. I mean, if you think about it, like, first off, like, he jumped out of a plane and he survived.
He hit 1,000 branches on the way down.
But he survived.
And kind of slowed his fall.
But a normal person would have died. 100%.
Yeah, but you've seen like Black Widow do that and shit like that. No, she doesn't die.
Yeah, because she does some flip or some shit like that. Here's the
everybody
thing.
In comic
they
movies.
Showed him running after the car and he ran faster than the car and caught up to the truck.
Okay.
He ripped the leather off the jacket. Leather's tough. Leather's pretty tough. He ripped it pretty cleanly.
I'm pretty sure he had it pre-ripped already. Or probably Velcro, if I'm being honest. He just snapped it back on.
He just did it just
Other than that's a waste of a jacket. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is he seems to be kind of like, and you see a little bit in episode 3, but you do see that because for like the last couple of times he showed up, he hasn't really been like...
He's been nerfed, and he still feels like he's nerfed because he literally got manhandled like nothing happened when he landed on that truck in episode 2.
He did get manhandled.
And then fell off the goddamn truck and was screaming for Sam to save him.
He did get manhandled. I just feel like it's going in a better direction because, obviously when he showed up in Winter Soldier, he was fucking insane. He caught the shield and everything. Civil War,
bro, he went toe-to-toe with Black Panther, went toe-to-toe with fucking Captain America, went toe-to-toe with Iron Man.
He did. And then in Infinity War, he
was shooting things with a gun.
He picked up the raccoon and did the...
Raccoon was probably really heavy.
Maybe. You
know how hard it is to hold? Let's say the raccoon's like 45 pounds.
But he also had like a machine gun.
To hold that straight up and not move.
But the raccoon also had a machine gun.
Yeah.
So like he held up the machine gun and the raccoon.
55 pounds and you're holding it straight like this, not moving your arm, wasn't shaking. That's pretty strong.
It's pretty strong.
I couldn't do that.
I wouldn't be able to either.
But at the end of the day...
he had the gun on the other hand, too. Yeah. Those are pretty heavy.
Doing this for a long time, how tired your arms get? He was doing this with a gun and a person?
Yeah.
And like, say, a 6-year-old child in his arm?
Yeah.
Wow.
But Captain and Black Panther outran him when they were, like, all running, and then they were just, like, the fastest ones.
That's what I said. Basically, all these super soldiers are basically just LeBron Jameses. A little bit stronger than everybody, a little bit faster than everybody. They're just LeBron Jameses.
You think that's where they got the
slightly stronger LeBron James is?
What if LeBron James is a super soldier?
That's what I'm saying. That's all they are. All they did was like, let's put LeBron James in a movie, but he's too expensive, so let's make him white, give him a shield, and then. But
boom. They did put LeBron James in a movie coming out soon.
Yeah, that's Space Jam though. That's different. That's like Jordan had that movie. That's not a big deal. He was also in that other weird movie too.
Oh, Trainwreckers.
Trainwreck. With
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader and then the Amy chick.
Yeah.
Who was
I love
skinny and they got.
I love Bill Hader. It was a good movie. Well, the movie wasn't good, but like when LeBron James was good in the movie, he was good in the movie. When he was like, I forgot my card.
Anyways, back to Falcon Winter Soldier episode Dose.
Yeah, episode 2. The social issues kind of showed up again. You know, the fact that they showed Isaiah Bradley,
yes,
who in the comic books was an African American super soldier during World War II, I believe, or was it the Vietnam War?
During the 50s, and then
one of those wars.
He donned the mantle of Captain America, then got thrown in jail because he was Captain America.
Yeah,
which makes sense
because he was black. Let's be real.
Because he was a black Captain America.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
There it is.
So you can be black, but you can't be black in Captain America.
Is that the rule?
Hence Falcon.
You know what?
They didn't even let him wear the shield in episode 1. They were like, give it back. But why? No, give it back.
It makes perfect sense now.
If Bucky would have got the shield, he would have had the shield. There would have been no problem.
No problem.
He's a fugitive who killed 1 billion people.
Nobody
and Bucky could rock the shield. They're like, oh, that's a white guy. I like him with that shield. It looks good on him. Real American. Get one of those red hats and he'd be straight.
Exactly. But it's just like, and I hope that, and I'm kind of hoping that we get kind of like an Isaiah Bradley flashback. I don't think it's going to happen just because there's only 3 episodes left in the series.
I mean, who knows?
But it could happen.
Maybe he joins in the fight. Maybe they need his help and he joins in.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think he really cares about anything going on outside. Especially if it has to do with the U.S. government.
This is kind of going a little bit into the future, right? But, and it's all me speculating stuff.
Okay.
And we know how well that worked for WandaVision.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
But, so he's a super soldier, right? If I assume that's his son, right? The little black kid that entered the door.
Son and or grandson.
Or grandchild, either one. Who in the comic books became Patriot.
Patriot.
Right? So here's the thing. Now, just kind of fast forward to episode 3. But there's the guy who makes the super soldier serum is gone. Who's the last super soldier? That the kid, the grandson, also might be a super soldier.
Not necessarily.
Kidnap the son, and then Isaiah Bradley got to come in like, nah, you took my son.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Or even take him.
Because, and again, we're talking about something that happens in episode 3. We'll go back to episode 2 in just a bit. But in episode 3, the scientist, Dr. I have his name somewhere. Nagel.
Dr. Nagel, yeah. Nipple.
He said that there were 20 vials of the super soldier serum. And so far, it looks like only 8 of them have been used. And Carly stole all 20. So there should still be at least...
I'm saying a power broker, once again, going to the future, doesn't have those vials.
Fair enough.
Who's the last super soldier that is attainable? You're talking about a guy who's living in a not a good neighborhood, in a regular-ass house. He can just go in there, grab him. I got myself a super soldier. Let's mess with him again.
Fair enough.
It's more attainable.
I don't think that's going to happen, but,
but that's a way to get him involved.
Sure.
You kidnap the son, or you kidnap him, and then boom, or man-nap, because I don't think it's kidnapping if it's a dude. Yeah. I think it's man-napping. I'll look up the official term. Okay. But you kidnap and or man-nap Isaiah or the child, and then boom, now Isaiah's coming in. He puts on the fucking helmet. He's back in that bitch.
But wouldn't they just throw him back in jail for being Black Captain America?
But he won't wear, like, the outfit.
Oh, like he'll just paint the...
He'll be like...
Just spray paint the black.
Oh, shit, that's the new Black Panther.
Boom.
You're welcome. You're welcome, America. I just cracked the case.
That being said, let's kind of go back into episode 2 real quick. The social issues, we talked about Isaiah Bradley. But another thing that, and it kind of gave me like...
Also, spoiler alert for people who haven't seen anything. We did not say that at the beginning.
Yeah, we should probably put that like right in the beginning.
Don't watch this up. Stop watching. Sorry, but continue.
Everything we said is not actually in the...
We were lying. Now the spoilers start. So
continue. When Falcon and Winter Soldier go into the neighborhood and that kid is just like, oh,
Yeah,
You're the Black Falcon. Yeah. No, I'm just a Falcon. No, my dad said you're the Black Falcon. Why? Because I'm Falcon and I'm black? Does that make you Black Kid? I love that, first off. And it gave me Black Dynamite vibes, like, for a second. Oh. You know what I mean?
My daddy's.
Yeah.
What was it?
My mama said, my daddy's name is Black Dynamite. Something like that.
So did my mama. I forgot how it goes. But yeah, it's hilarious. Settle down, girls. A lot of cats got that name. Great
so it kind of gave me that Black Dynamite type of vibe, and I was just like, that was cool. And then obviously when the police show up, and you know Bucky and Sam are having an argument, and immediately they're like, you know, it has to be the black guy. Yep. Until they figure out, oh shit, it's an Avenger, it's a celebrity, it's a this, and then reverse. they reversed the whole thing. They were like, plot twist. Nope, it's gonna be the white guy. You guys didn't see that coming, but I like the fact that these kind of like social issues kind of show up in a Captain America, show. I think that it's pretty cool. A lot of people are probably like, oh, keep politics out of it. No, I'm okay with it.
All right, but they said that this new phase is about diversity. Exactly. That was their big thing.
John Walker, new Captain America. He knows how to use that shield. I will give him that. They showed that little thing when he was like, yeah, he was killing it. Cool. I was like, okay. He saved his partner with the shield. Yep. When his partner fell off Battlestar, who is in the comics as well. Fun little tidbit. Both Battlestar and John Walker get their super soldier serums from Power Broker in the comics, so it'd be interesting to see if something like that happens in the show. We get that little banter between Sam and Bucky where he calls him the White Panther, and call back because he's White Wolf, and I thought that was pretty cool. And the last note I had here was about Patriot, about Isaiah Bradley's grandson, and about how it seems like they're like kind of going into like a young Avengers, because you'd have Patriot, obviously we have Miss Marvel coming out, Hawkeye's daughter, Ironheart is a show that's officially announced, so I feel like it'd be pretty cool to see that. And it seems like they're actually leading up to that. So I know you're trying to think of another one, but I can't think of another one.
There's one more kid. There's 5. I remember seeing a post with all 5 of them. I can't remember the other kid. I think it's another girl. Not important, but I just remember the picture in my head, and it was 5.
I get you. I can't think right now of who it could be. So, but I think it's pretty cool that they kind of showed that. And for people who don't really know, they wouldn't pick up on that. But, obviously that's what shows like this are for, to kind of let people know, like, hey, if you watch this particular scene, like that right there, that might be important later on. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I don't really have much more to say about episode 2. Episode 2 was better than episode 1.
The leader of the Flag Smashers.
Carly.
Don't like her face. There was a picture I have on my phone of a person that she looks like. I was like, fuck, I was going to show it to you, but
you could probably show it to me later.
Damn, I wanted to put it in this episode.
They also made her she. In the comics, it's Carl.
Yeah, Carl, yeah.
And it's Carly. Yeah. So, it's pretty cool. Diversity, Diversity. I see you, Marvel. I see you out here.
Crack my elbow.
So I heard that was pretty impressive.
I try.
So episode 3, you are you are the Winter Soldier. Does that make me Falcon?
No.
I don't have the wings.
You don't have the wings.
I don't have the wings. So episode 3. First off, John Walker is a dick.
How is he a dick?
Do you know who I am? Like, come on.
Do you know who he is, bro?
I mean,
first of all, the man, he's a dick. The man just spit in his fucking face.
Would Steve Rogers have reacted that way? No, he would not have.
What would he have done?
He probably would have walked away.
And that's why he's a pussy. If somebody spit in my face, you have to die. I think even Steve would have slapped the shit out of him.
Steve probably would.
You spit in my face. That's one of the most disrespectful things you can do to another human being.
He just has like a permanent
all you got was a, do you know who I am? Because Batman would have killed him. Batman would have broke his one rule and would have fucking killed him. I don't think
Batman would have killed him.
He would just snap his neck.
He'd probably snap his
and say, oops,
arms.
And just walk off.
Or maybe throw him off a building, break his legs. I don't think he'd kill him.
He would have killed him.
I don't know.
Grabbed him by his face and broke his neck.
Yeah. Zemo. Zemo shows up in this episode.
Spit in my goddamn face. Yeah, Zemo's here.
Baron Zemo. I gotta say, I like him.
Yeah, he's really dope.
He's dope. He's great.
Kind of cool. He's a rich like playboy, bro. They got another Iron Man, bro.
Bro,
flying around in a private jet.
He is Iron Man.
Taking him in fancy car. He got all the whips he pulled up.
Those whips were nice too, you know.
This man out here.
Also, like the kind of like the Ocean's 11-esque escape from the prison, where he's like explaining like the situation as they do it.
Like hypothetically, we were to. And then...
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
And you know, obviously that first interaction between Zemo and Bucky, Zemo saying the words, the trigger, the train, code words,
bucket, plane. Chicken,
attack,
and then all that stuff.
I thought that was pretty cool because he was just like, you know, I just wanted to see what happens, and he says this too. He's like, there's still a little something in there.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if that kind of plays a role or if that's just Zemo talking out of his ass.
No.
But I thought that was pretty cool. They also show that Zemo's a baron and he's rich.
Yeah.
Something we didn't really get in Civil War.
In Civil War, yeah. And the character arc. It's just so weird for Zemo. Like last time we saw him, he was about to kill himself, and now he's this sarcastic, funny guy. It's just weird to go from him in Civil War, who was depressed and angry.
Well, you also have to think about the fact that Sokovia just got destroyed by the Avengers at that point.
Yeah, but then he did all that. His plan, he succeeded. Yet wanted to kill himself, didn't get a chance to kill himself.
He hasn't finished his work. He said,
and like so, it's just weird to go. You don't. Normal people don't go from that, then get thrown in jail, and then in jail they become a happy-go-lucky, sarcastic guy. That's just weird.
He was
I have the same problem with Sharon Carter, but we'll get to that later.
He was reading Machiavelli. Maybe that just...
Machiavelli is not a fun, sarcastic, happy-go-lucky book.
Maybe he took it that way. Maybe that's how he interpreted it.
But hey.
When it comes to reading, it's how you interpret things.
You're right.
Okay. Also, a little tidbit, when he talks about Sokovia... And he's like, you know, during the rubble and everything, they didn't even give him a chance to like get back. Like other countries, just like
they moved in.
They moved in and took the land. Like, do you think that Latveria might be?
Oh, that's how they get introduced Doctor Doom.
Do you think
Sokovia becomes Latveria? That'd be dope.
That'd be pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, Doctor Doom, really cool supervillain. I think
Despite
my favorite.
What the movies.
Don't.
Although I did like the guy who played him in the original.
In the original one, the actor, he's really good.
Yeah, he was cool. He was menacing and dope.
But overall,
that last one they did.
But Doctor Doom is a supervillain, and he is the king of a place called Latveria. And Latveria is just a really cool thing, and if that's how they introduce it, I'm all for it. They already said that they're making a Fantastic Four movie, and I feel like Doctor Doom is one of those villains that could be like a big bad, you know, like the next Loki maybe.
In Marvel Alliance, he was the main villain.
Exactly. Great. And you know, they're I mean. If you search up right now Avengers versus Doctor Doom, you'll see this really cool snippet of like they go to Latveria to rescue like an Avenger, and they all, as soon as they get the Avenger, they're like, okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna stop fighting you. And it's basically like because he was like barely moving and he was like messing them all up. He's a really cool supervillain, and I feel like Marvel can do him right, hopefully. And if they do. Yes. So I thought that maybe, you know, Sokovia, you know, maybe got swallowed up and turned into Latveria, maybe. It'd be pretty cool. And we also get an introduction of a new place as well, Madripoor. Madripoor, which is famously mostly known in X-Men comics. So is, you know, we already got like, you know, Marvel being funny with the fake, you know, Quicksilver, obviously, you know, being
a boner joke.
I will say that maybe he was the Secret Service, or not the Secret Service, but the witness protection person, and that's not his real name. That I'm gonna kind of stick with that, but I feel like Marvel is slowly introducing, you know, the X-Men in various loose small ways, which is pretty cool. Also, really quick, when they were in the plane, and Zemo has the book that belonged to Captain America, but he's using right now. And then Sam goes on this whole thing about Trouble Man and Marvin Gaye and everything, and that whole interaction between Zemo and he's like, it's a masterpiece, African American experience and everything, and he's just like, he's out of line, but he's right. The dynamic between the three is fantastic. I think that's probably the best part about the show so far. Kind of the dynamic one between Sam and Bucky, because it's a really cool like buddy cop type. Yeah. They're at each other's throat, but they actually care about each other type thing. And Zemo just kind of like fits in pretty well, I think. Again, huge departure from his character in Civil War.
That's the only problem I have with it. It was just weird how you go from that to this guy. That's just.
But they're making him really likable, and like
he is. They're making him, and he wasn't unlikable.
No,
because his motivation, he had good motivations. It was,
it was just the fact that Iron Man was wrong, and because of all of that, he knew that Iron Man was going to be wrong, and he pit them against each other, and he broke the Avengers up. So technically, he's the greatest villain that the Avengers ever had to face. But
he broke up the Avengers.
He broke up the Avengers. Yeah, I
guess you say Iron Man was wrong. Like Bruce Banner didn't have a significant thing and had to do with this. You know what I mean?
Also, in the plane ride, we get mentions of Red Skull.
Iron Man and Bruce Banner were wrong.
We got mentions of the Red Skull,
and so was Captain America.
We're not doing this right now.
Reasons that
we are not doing this
very
right
episode that you're talking about.
We are not doing this right now.
The very episode that you were talking about. You get it. Zemo literally explained the problem with Captain America on that very plane ride that you alluded to.
Yeah, and I feel like that's also what's happening with Iron Man, because you're just looking at him as, he's Iron Man, he's rich boy, playboy, philanthropist, blah, blah, blah. He's not wrong because he's right, blah, blah, blah. But like, he was wrong. He was deeply flawed. Right. Super flawed.
Exactly, so, and that's the humanity of Iron Man. That's why he's so relatable,
but that's also what made him... but he was wrong, okay? He was the villain of the movie.
Captain America is the main antagonist.
No.
Because look at Bucky causing problems again. Just broke one of the most ruthless villains of all time out of prison.
Well,
to
that
go help
has nothing to do with Civil War.
Who saved Bucky? Just real quick, who's on saving Bucky? And now he's out here causing trouble with Zemo?
Captain America, boom, Falcon, done. Sharon Carter.
Who wanted to kill Bucky?
Iron Man. Yeah, because he's a dick.
Because Bucky is a murderer.
Smiling Tiger.
A D-list villain at best in the comic books. Nobody
Are we going to get an actual Smiling Tiger, or are they just going to use it?
I think that was just a nod to...
Because they literally used Anthony Mackie for the picture, so...
That was stupid.
But we did get, again, mentions of the Red Skull. Do you want, to have to go up against the Red Skull again type thing, which was, was cool. Sharon Carter. She back.
Do we move to episode 3 that fast? I feel like we didn't even get into... Okay.
We've been in episode 3 for a minute now.
No, we were still talking about the... Yeah, we have been.
Yeah, we've been in episode 3 for a minute.
Yeah, we haven't. Okay, I'm bugging out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sharon Carter. Another one. It's just character arc of Sharon Carter. Now all of a sudden she's this badass vigilante.
First off, she had no personality in Civil War.
And then...
To be fair, it makes sense to a certain extent in the terms of she did break the law, getting Cap's shield and Falcon's wings,
all that makes sense. Yes,
she didn't have the Avengers kind of backing them up, and she just hasn't gotten pardoned, which
kind of shows that Cap's a dick.
I mean, yeah, he could have said something, but Captain America also kind of disappeared. He went back in time before he could fix anything, because we don't know if she was...
You don't know if she was
blipped away. So it could have been that she blipped back.
All that time, the end of Civil War up until Infinity War, why didn't he help Sharon Carter?
I mean, I don't know. He probably couldn't find her, maybe. I don't know.
Dick.
But, that being said...
That's all I'm saying. But anyways, what I don't like, I said, it just... From what she was from Civil War to what she is now, it was like night and day, and...
She's also a dick.
Yeah, she's kind of a dick too, and it was just weird to see that. I don't know, it was weird the way the evolution of her. Same thing with Zemo, like I said, it was just those two things.
The other thing is is she friend or foe? Because after that, they kind of split up and they go their separate ways, she's like, oh, we have a problem, actually several problems. So it kind of puts into perspective, I don't think she's with Power Broker, but she could be with the Flag Smashers.
Maybe.
She could be the one who gave the Flag Smashers kind of like the information and all of that about that. That could be possible. Or she could be the one that, I don't know.
Or she's Power Broker. Plot twist.
Well, I would say no, just because...
You're sexist and Power Broker has to be a man?
Well, no, because Zemo said he when talking about the Power Broker.
How did you know Zemo's ever even seen him or met him? Because he said he's never seen him. He only knows him by reputation.
You're right. Okay. I might be wrong.
You are so sexist, bro. I should say Power Broker might be a woman, and it can't be. It can't be.
Going back to the bar, really cool when he's like, Winter Soldier attack.
Yeah. Beating the shit out of everybody.
Beat the shit out of everybody. And the Winter Soldier theme was also playing. The music changed and it went to that. Really cool.
I was gonna do the Aquaman by accident. I was like, let me just not do this.
I heard that too. One thing I did notice during the fights, there were a lot of people with cell phones recording the fight.
Yeah. World stars.
My thing is this gonna come back to bite Bucky in the ass? Because he's not supposed to do that. He has the 3 rules. People.
I'm pretty sure she knows he's gonna break that rule because he sent him on a mission.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like they wouldn't just show that just in passing. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna have some type of.
It's gonna end up on World Star.
World Star.
And also Bucky kind of enjoying it.
Probably.
He was really looked like he was having a good time.
Probably.
And then Sam was like, "You okay?" He was like, "Yeah."
He went.
That was bad. That wasn't. I didn't enjoy that at all.
But things that we did kind of mention. There were 20 vials of the Super Soldier serum, so there should still be some left. I feel like both Battlestar and phony Captain America are gonna end up taking it. And the other thing is, what's his motivation? I feel like a little part of him, is looking for Carly specifically for that. Maybe. I don't know. I honestly, obviously, don't know what's gonna happen with that. But I feel like he's going to have that moment where he's teetering on being on the wrong side. Obviously, I feel like at the end of the show, he's probably gonna be U.S. agent. So not a bad guy, but. I don't know. I feel like kind of the way it's showing him, he's kind of teetering on the edge of being on the wrong side of the law, kind of,
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not new for Captain America. Most important thing to come out of this episode: Zemo's dance moves. During the party, it was so good.
It's a horrible scene.
My man
that did not need to exist at all.
Bro. He got the moves.
I was like, why am I watching this?
He also has the moves when it comes to fighting and shooting people.
He did beat somebody.
He beat some people.
Shot a guy in the face. He killed the doctor.
He was a soldier back in his country, so it makes sense.
Killed Dr. Nagel, which we alluded to earlier, and that's why there's no more the guy who makes Super Soldier Serum is now dead.
Yes, because Zemo killed him.
And we kind of talked to you on the phone. It's like how they're gonna do it because in the comic books, that's the guy who did the African American experiment with Isaiah
back in the 50s.
Back in the 50s, and now he's 30, 40 years old. So that was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. Technically, he did still do experiments on Isaiah Bradley because he was talking about how he had a test subject and he took blood from his test subject and things like that. So. They kind of just pushed it up. I'm assuming just to put Isaiah Bradley into the show that, and use a recognizable name.
Also excited to see when we do get Power Broker. If it is her, that'd be a crazy plot twist, and I'm a fucking genius. But it'd be excited which Power Broker we get. Are we gonna get the original one? Because I remember I used to have the action figure of him when I was a kid, the Marvel Legends figure with him with the giant back brace and metal arms. That was cool. We had better arms. We had an exoskeleton because his Super Soldier Serum gave his muscles so big that it couldn't hold his weight. So if you get that one, that'd be kind of awesome. If you get that giant monster, that'd make me happy.
I mean, maybe. They said that the serum that Dr. Nagel was making was a perfected, optimized one.
Yeah. That which makes sense. That's why all the new Super Soldiers are all Carly looks skinny and she's over here throwing niggas 80 yards.
Beat niggas up.
She really could.
But yeah, also when they were escaping, and Zemo shows up in the car. Bucky gets in the front seat.
Yeah. That was so stupid.
I like the callback.
It wasn't even like he didn't even sound like he enjoyed that line. It was like, "You're not gonna move your seat up, right?"
Nope.
That was so stupid.
I love it, bro. That I didn't. It was a little callback to Civil War.
There's things in this series that are bothering me, and it's teetering on like, "Ooh, this is really annoying me." But we'll see what happens.
Yes.
In next episode.
Yeah.
Piss me off.
Bucky wants the shield. He made that
really shield.
Yeah. He was like, if you go and destroy it, I'm gonna just take it.
Facts.
I'm gonna take it from him.
It's also vibranium, so how are you gonna destroy it?
I don't know. Maybe the heels he was wearing.
He was wearing heels.
He was like, I can't run in these heels. Maybe they're made out of vibranium. Maybe he could just stomp it. I don't know.
That is true.
You never know. Smiling Tiger. Yeah. So, right at the end of the episode, they reach this new location, and Bucky says he wants to go for a little walk.
Oh yeah.
And you see these little black beads,
balls,
all over the place. And once I saw them, I was like, "Oh shit!" Because that's obviously a callback to Wakanda, to Wakandan technology, and Ayo.
Don't even try. Just say a woman from Black
Panther. Ayo shows up, and obviously she first showed up in Civil War as well as Chadwick Boseman's bodyguard. So, and she's part of the I don't know how to pronounce it, but the elite guard that protects the king and everything like that. And she's like, I'm here for Zemo, which makes sense. He killed the Wakandan king, King T'Challa, and obviously she is supposed to be a protector of him, and
kind of failed.
But here's something that kind of like I wanted to talk about, and it'd probably be the last point that I make. There was an interview with somebody about the show, and this talks about episode 5, obviously 2 weeks away, but that episode 5 is going to be a tearjerker. He doesn't say why. He doesn't say, he just says that something happens with a specific character, and that episode 5 is the tearjerker of the show.
So you think it's T'Challa?
I feel like that's going to be the last appearance of Chadwick Boseman, because the show was filmed in September of 2019 and he died in August of 2020. Mm-hmm. So it's very possible for him to show up in the show. And I feel like if that is it, that'll be his last live action showing ever. Not just as Black Panther King T'Challa, but just in general in his life. So I think that might be what is going to happen, mm-hmm. because of when it was filmed and everything. It's a possibility that it has nothing to do with that and it's just like a character dying or something like that, or obviously something that's supposed to have a tearjerker effect. Mm-hmm. But if it is that, then it'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. If they show him there, that'd be cool. Yeah, or they could just be explaining his death, which would also be sad.
That would be pretty sad. Yeah. But that was kind of it so far with the show. We're 3 episodes in. 3 episodes to go. There are only going to be 6 episodes. What I will say I like about the show more than what I liked, more than WandaVision, is that each episode feels a lot longer, and it feels like it has more substance.
They literally are longer.
Because they are. Yeah. Because like half the episodes in WandaVision were like supposed to emulate sitcoms, so they were short like sitcoms, which obviously you guys know how we felt about those episodes. I like it. I like the fact that it feels like a movie. It doesn't feel like a TV show in terms of quality and like just the timing of it. So it's going to be exciting kind of seeing where the show goes from here. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Do you have any theories? Just off the bat?
Not at the moment.
Off the noggin?
I don't know.
Off the dome?
I don't know.
I never know.
Oh, God. I told you my theory. I think the girl is power broker. Sharon Carter's power broker. That'd be crazy if I'm right. I I also think, yeah, that's my theory.
That's your theory.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, that's probably it for now.
All right.
We're going to come back next week talking about episode 4 when that airs. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty good episode. I feel like it's ramping up.
We'll see.
I'm ready for more quirky Zemo. I'm ready for more funniness.
Fun time Zemo.
Fun time Zemo.
We knew that.
I will say I really like his character.
I do like the character. It just makes no sense. Yeah, but the character is cool. Just this man was suicidal 5 years ago, and now
I don't think he was suicidal. I think he was just like, I did what I needed to do, and before they put me away in jail, I'm gonna kill myself. But like now he's not in jail, so he's just like, I'm gonna just finish what I started. Good. That's also another thing. He was like, I don't have any intentions of leaving what I started unfinished.
Yeah, now that he knows that it's
knows, so that maybe he tries to kill himself afterwards.
He literally
maybe he's depressed and he's pretending to be all happy-go-lucky, but in reality, he's planning on killing himself again after everything.
We'll see. It's just like I said. How do you go from that to this guy? Same thing with Sharon Carter. I don't know. Just the development. And having
I feel like the Sharon Carter makes no sense. I think the Sharon Carter makes sense if she didn't get blipped, because that's 5 years of like.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying it just doesn't.
It doesn't mesh well with our psyche.
Who she was, and then now.
Well, the thing is, she was a blank slate. She really wasn't anything.
She was trying to follow her mom's legacy, or her grandmother, her aunt, whatever the fuck she was. And now you're doing this stuff. Yeah, because they want to throw you in jail or something. I don't know. Regardless. Cap's a dick for not helping her. Regardless. So is Falcon. Regardless. Team Captain America in general is a dick. So for not helping her out. That being said, thank you for watching. Please, like, comment, subscribe. We want to know what you think is going to happen with the series. Let us know in the comments down below. I am Omar Reyes. That's Carlos Perez. And Captain America's dick. All right. Iron Man was wrong. All right. Peace. See ya. I'm going to cut your Iron Man is wrong out. Yeah, I hope so.